You were able to keep a team that scored almost 200 points early this season to one touchdown tonight.
Well, you got to give the defense credit, man. We rallied to the football really well. Our front four are four of the best, I think, in our area, probably even the state. Mike Davis, a middle linebacker, he's wrecking havoc out there. Give our defensive backs some credit, man. They threw the ball, I think, 25 times in the first half. So I'm not sure what they ended up with throwing the ball tonight, but they definitely gave our defense some work that we hadn't seen yet. And I'm proud of the way those boys responded. Offense, we've got to get it together a little bit more. We were killing ourselves with the early penalties, and if we can knock that stuff out, I think we're going to have a great rest of the season.
How crazy was the last 2 minutes of this game?
Well, like I said, you put the ball in 44's hands, and think he's going to get the touchdown there at the end and turn the ball over. And like I said, just our defense, hey, just give us a shot. And at that time we were already thinking about overtime and what we were going to run on our first series, and to get the ball back like that and have a shot at giving 44 the ball again in his hands, it makes all the world.
You think this atmosphere, this type of game, that'll get you ready for November?
Definitely. We don't have any off weeks in the Central District. I told you that going into this. That team right there is going to be a playoff team. They're going to give everybody everything they want to handle. We got Matoka next week, and they've had the toughest schedule in the region. Got to turn around and play Dinwiddie in 2 weeks. So, like I said, it doesn't get any easier for us at all. So we're going to enjoy this one for about the next 2 hours and then get ready for next week.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. Congrats.
Your defense was on the field most of the first half, and you just speak about how they managed that with the fatigue and everything.
So, like I said, we're very deep on defense, and like I said, only one guy goes both ways, and that's Cole Lineberger. The rest of those guys, by only having them, platooning on one side of the ball allows them to be fresh. They bent, they never broke. Again, these kids, like I told you, they sometimes frustrate you during the week because of their playfulness, but on Friday nights they turn it on and they come to play. We've got to cut down some of the penalties. Like I said, both sides of the ball. We can't give a team 1st and 5, and we can't start 1st and 20. So, like I said, once we clean that stuff up, we're going to be a pretty good football team as well.
You spoke of your front four in defense. What names are they so I can get them in the newspaper?
Javaris Tucker, defensive end, Marcus Bird. You got to turn around. You got Cole Lineberger again, and then on the other side it's Avion Brown. Like I said, Mike Davis at the middle, Jamal Nolan and Jaden Wood played the other side, and then our secondary, man, Chris Ward and Dex Richardson stepped up, had great games. Vinny in the backfield there is like a captain back there, directing everything around. Preston Bradley played great. Jeremiah Carey played great. So, again, we played about 14 or 15 guys there at the end. We were in the pass defense. We brought Richard Brown off, go to a nickel look. And like I said, again, we're very deep on defense, and that's a luxury we have right now.
Did they surprise you that they hung with you?
No. I think going into the game, our kids knew that Meadowbrook was a high potent offense. They're averaging 40 points a game, and we knew that we were going to have our hands full. The biggest thing that we've got to work on again is getting our offense to again not start behind the sticks and then finish drives. That's what's killing us right now on offense. We left too many opportunities on the field.
And when in doubt, Cole Lineberger.
Yeah, when in doubt, Cole Lineberger. Like I said, our 2 running backs are pretty good. Danny Lewis had a great night tonight. Michael Bryan had a great catch. Michael Flowers, again, we've got weapons on offense. It's just getting the ball to them now, and let's just get this thing going.
Coach, one question that hasn't been answered, and I know you touched on it with Sean, was the final 2 minutes. What's your message to the team with the goal line stand and then you throw the interception? What's the message to the guys so that they don't get their heads down low?
Like I said, I think this team is built very resilient. Like I said, we've got a lot of experience, a lot of time that they've played under this type of atmosphere. Last year we lost 3 games by 7 points or less. So I think they're used to playing close games, and I think at the end of the day, that resilience and that toughness that we show, came out there at the end of never quit, never give up, and finish every play till the horn sounds.
Enjoy it, Coach.